How much do you know about your opponent this weekend, Jermaine?
Oh, I know quite a bit about Thomas Hart. I said previously I've seen quite a lot of his amateur footage. Um, Obviously, both for GB, and he won some ABA championships. And I've seen him fight once as a pro. So I know him pretty. I've seen him box pretty well. So I know him pretty well. Sorry.
Now, Thomas is making his debut under the Matchroom banner this weekend against yourself. Obviously, you'll be looking to spoil the party for him. And will you be chasing that Matchroom contract yourself if you win?
Oh, of course. Like I'm here to spoil the party. Obviously, this is more about Thomas Whittaker Hart signing the Matchroom deal, and I'm here to spoil the party, like I said. And obviously, if I get any opportunity I get after this fight, it is a welcome bonus.
Just one more question from me, Jermaine. On your record, you do have that early blemish on it. Now they say that you learn so much more from a loss than a victory. Was that the case for you?
Definitely, it's a bit of a cliche. They always say it's not a loss; you learn from it. But I felt like I learned a lot in terms of my tactics on the day. I felt like I've improved since then, and I feel like there's less pressure on me now. Being an unbeaten fighter comes with a lot of pressure. Now I can fight without that added pressure.
Nice one. Thank you for your time, Jermaine.
Cheers, Shane.
Okay, Ames, did you want to jump in next, please?
Hey, Jermaine, good to speak to you again. You all right?
Hi, Ames. You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm not too bad at all. I've just got a few questions for you because obviously we spoke before. Have you changed at all? Obviously we spoke before, but we're getting close to that fight now. It's the lead up to it. Has your mindset changed now?
I think I've always been focused since the fight was announced. In terms of like getting into some sort of mode or changing my psyche, not really. I think it all happened for me on fight night when I stepped into the ring. But I'm really focused and I'm ready to give it everything.
Is that the same with the nerves? We spoke about before, you not having nerves for one fight and then having nerves for a different fight. Has that come in just yet?
No, I don't particularly get nervous before the fight. Obviously, like speaking in front of the camera and doing the press conferences, it's not my fault. I don't really enjoy them situations. So that to a certain degree does get me slightly nervous. But in terms of the fight, I don't really get nervous until I'm stepping into the ring, and it's only a few moments before. And I think them nerves do help me.
We spoke about obviously the Boris Crichton fight and him potentially seeing that and using that as a game plan. I did ask him if he'd seen that, and he said he hadn't been looking at that as a game plan for him coming into this fight. Has that surprised you at all?
Not particularly. I think if you speak to anybody that sparred me or fought me, know that I'm not really vulnerable. And that was like I said before, it was like a one-time thing that happened, and I wouldn't say it's a vulnerability in myself that I get caught early or that I start cold.
Well, when you fight, do you notice things at ringside? Because obviously we're in the bubble. There's not going to be those fans there. And Tony Bellew, he's very vocal at ringside. I could hear him obviously on the Sky Sports presentation. Do you think you'll be hearing Tony Bellew when he's supporting his fighter Thomas? And do you think that'll have any effect on you?
Yeah, 100%. I'll be hearing Tony Bellew shouting and cheering his man on. I heard him cheering on Chisora, and I've heard him cheering on his other fighters that he manages. That won't really affect me, to be honest. I'm more focused on the fight, and I've been listening out for my own voices, for my coach's voices. So yeah, him try to support, screaming his boy on is no problem for me.
And obviously, like I mentioned to you before, we've seen a few fights get put back because of the coronavirus testing positive. You said you had that thought in your mind. Have you had your test? Has it come back negative yet?
No, we've got no results yet. When I spoke to you before, I was probably more nervous about the test than I am now. But I feel like it's going to happen. That everything's set. That nobody's going to test positive, and the fight's going to happen. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm really optimistic about it.
And just from your point of view, again, this is your moment. From your perspective, what does this mean for you on the biggest platform you've had to date to win for you, your friends, your family?
This means everything for me. Like, this is the reason like I wanted to be a boxer. I wanted to fight on the biggest stage. And if you would have said like maybe 2 years ago, you'd be fighting in a Matchroom show on Sky, I'd have found it really hard to believe you. Just the way the things have turned around and things have gone in terms of my career and the opportunities that I've got. It's been massive. It means a lot to my family, to my friends, the whole of Bradford supporting me. It's good. There's a lot of good energy, and there's a lot of good energy going around. And I'm, like I said, I'm just ready and raring to go.
All the best, Jermaine, and hopefully you can have that birthday cake after the fight.
Thanks, Ian. Respect, man.
No worries.
Okay, I think is Jonathan.
Yeah.
Jump in?
Yeah, I've got a few. Hey, Jermaine, John here, Pro Boxing Fans, you all right?
Yeah, good. Thank you, mate.
Good. As you mentioned, it's Thomas Whittaker Hart'S Matchroom debut. Seems like the pressure's on him to perform, and considering we've seen a few shocks, especially on the Newcastle bill a few weeks ago, how much sort of confidence do you have going into this fight?
Yeah, even before the obviously like the Matchroom prospects losing, I was always confident coming into this fight. Sorry, can you see me? Yeah, I was always confident coming into this fight. Yeah, the fights are a lot closer, a lot more competitive, and like I said, I believe I can win. I think he's a good fighter. I also believe in my own ability, so it's going to be a good fight.
Just away from the boxing side of it for a minute, I read that you had a bit of a football career prior, and I just wondered what were the similarities in terms of the training aspects between football and boxing. What have you found that you've had to adjust?
Yeah, I used to play a bit at football. I'd say it's quite different. They say like boxing is the loneliest sport, and it really is. When you're training, when you're doing your runs, it's all you. In football, it's a team sport. You can all G each other up. If one person's having a bad day, somebody can like bail you out. In boxing, if you're having a bad day, it's just you who's got to deal with it. But in terms of training, like I wouldn't say it's similar or compatible, really. Apart from I'm a good runner.
Just touching on your sort of amateur career as well, I noticed you had a win over Richard Riatpour. You've had 8 professional fights, just 1 defeat. How much of that experience are you taking into Saturday night?
I think every single fight and every single life experience that I've had so far is going to hold me in good stead for this fight. Like, obviously, I fought at a decent level as amateur, and fought some good guys, like you said, Richard Riatpour, and I think like just beating like the likes of them and competing with them, it's gonna be good for the fight.
Just lastly, Thomas said that he's looking to stop you in 5 to 8 rounds. Just a response to that, do you feel you're going to stop him, or do you win this fight on points, in your opinion?
I just see myself winning. Don't know whether it's going to be on points or if it's going to be a stoppage. But yeah, I'm going to bring the fire, and obviously he's confident, he believes in his ability. But like I said, so do I. I'm looking to bring it, and I'm definitely going to get the win.